to report. So let's go ahead and get it started, man. Let's go ahead and get started. Jeez. Let's go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to our stream. This is your host of the evening, DJ Just Jay with Just Downs ENT. As you guys know, we advocate for children first. This is going to be part 2, and it is going to be a hell of a part 2. We're going to revisit the story of Maleah Davis. As you guys know, that is the missing girl that is out of Houston, Texas, by way of Sugar Land, Texas, which is pretty close to that area. If you guys are not familiar with this story, we're going to update you just a little bit. The mother of that girl is right there. Her name is Brittany Bowens. Her and her boyfriend were parenting this little girl by the name of Maleah Davis. Well, the little girl came up missing. We don't know where she is. Nobody's talking. Nobody's giving us information. We all had our suspicions. I mean, there have been tons of YouTubers that have come and talked about this story. But this is what's going to be a little bit different because you guys know we did a very, very full story. And I told you guys from the jump, I thought the story of Brittany Bowens and how irresponsible she was as a mother was very telling. As you guys can go back and watch my stream, I called this out from the jump. I was one of the first people that jumped on the mom, and I can't tell you how many people said, Jay, you're wrong. Jay, you're wrong. I want you guys to listen to this. Are you ready? The mother of missing Maleah Davis, the 4-year-old who vanished almost a month ago while in her stepfather's case, has been dumped by her community activist and spokesperson, now says there are some inconsistencies in her story. Now, who is this gentleman that I'm talking about? That guy on the right-hand side, that is Quanell X. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he is an activist in the Houston area. Shout out to him. It is spelled Quanell and then X. So you guys want to look his information up. He seems to be a pretty reputable dude. At first, I wasn't really sure because he was representing Brittany. And Brittany don't come across as the brightest crayon in the box, if you understand what I'm talking about. Her story didn't make sense. It seemed like she was full of crap. And I was calling her out because we said that this was fake outrage and fake tears. We felt like we knew that her story didn't make sense. But let me tell you guys this. Maleah has not been seen since April the 30th. So tomorrow will mark 30 days that this baby has been gone. When she was filmed on surveillance cameras going into her stepfather, Darian Vince's home. Okay? Now, it was really her boyfriend, not really stepfather, because they're not married, okay? Now, he reported her missing on May the 4th and gave police a far-fetched story about how she was kidnapped by a Hispanic assailant who drove around with him for 24 hours before setting him free and keeping Maleah Davis. Now, he also claimed he got beat up, which we thought that was bullcrap. It was a lie, okay? Now, he is currently in custody on tampering with a corpse, charged, and while police have not found Maleah's body, they say it's likely that this baby is dead, and I believe that she is. We just need to find her body at this point, okay? However, Vince is refusing to speak to the Houston Police Department and has refused to share any information about the search for her, okay? Which is also very telling. Now, on Wednesday, a spokesman repeatedly referred back to the chief's comments that were made last week. They are appealing for the public to contact them with information. Meanwhile, this guy, Quanel X, the community spokesman who enthusiastically defended the girl's mother, Brittany Bowens, and blamed the stepfather for her disappearance, said he had distanced himself from Brittany Bowens in light of her changing story because they said that there were inconsistencies. Y'all saw Strand posted that in the chat. There were inconsistencies. Let me take a pause. Guys, this is not a story that you want to miss. So I need everybody in unison to click that thumbs up. Please help us share this stream and let everybody know that we're telling the story of Maleah Davis. Please help us out. Click that thumbs up. You do not want to miss this, okay? Now, she has not been arrested. Brittany Bowens has not been arrested, and police will not say if she's been questioned, which I think they should have questioned her, okay? Because that means it's officially off the record until they actually bring her in for questioning, unless they have her recorded interviews, and we have some of those, okay? Now, she previously claimed that she was out of town when Maleah went missing, and that she only knew something was wrong when Vince failed to show up at the airport to collect her on May the 4th, which also didn't make any sense, okay? She did not call 911, but instead waited for a relative to come and collect her, she said. After Maleah vanished, it emerged that she previously had been removed from her mother's care amid allegations of domestic violence, meaning that she had already had Maleah taken out of her custody by way of CPS because she had brain injuries that were consistent, in my opinion, with somebody beating her. Not from a fall. She said the baby fell. She did not fall. This girl was beaten up and she had to have brain surgery. This little bitty girl by the name of Maleah Davis. Okay? Now, when Vince was arrested, she, through a spokesman, turned on him and said that he had harmed the girl in revenge to get back at her for dumping him and for calling him gay. Now, Quanell X also claimed that Vince had been molesting and hurting Maleah, but that her mother did not know. If you care about your kids, you would have been around your kid, meaning you would have been around your boyfriend, meaning you would have known what your boyfriend was doing with your kid. That also makes her a negligent mother. Okay? He said that he was bringing her home with him during the day after claiming to drop her off at daycare. There is a reason to believe, based on what we know, there are issues of him possibly molesting young Maleah. Quanell X said this on May the 10th. So he said he believed that she might have been molested. On May the 19th, 10 days ago, Quanell X said, "Hell yeah, I'm saying there was abuse. What are you doing to this child, brother?" Bowens, the mother, has claimed that she was never afraid of him and never thought he could harm her daughter. She at first made an emotional plea for the girl to come home on local TV, which we all saw that interview. She and Quanell made a joint television appearance, which you guys saw that screenshot there, where she felt comfortable because he and him had been fighting, whatever we had going on had nothing to do with the children. Quanell said of Vince, "Let's not give him the benefit of the doubt." Vince has refused repeatedly to tell police where Maleah may be, despite being filmed on surveillance cameras the last time she was alive. Police say that they believe that he knows where she is. You guys catch that? I know that's a lot. Now, I need everybody. We got just over 200 people here. I need about 1,000 people here right now. I need everybody to click the thumbs up. Let's get as many thumbs up as possible. Here is the real story. This is what I want you guys to listen to. If you guys are ready to hear what the major update is, I need you guys to click that thumbs up. Let me know when y'all are ready. Are y'all ready? This might blow you away. Are you guys ready? Let me know if y'all are ready in the chat. Just say yes, we're ready, or hit that thumbs up. Here is the kicker. As of 6 hours ago, nobody else but us knows this. Lady Lau, are y'all ready? Only very few people know about this. This happened as of 6 hours ago. Here is the statement from Quanell X. Quanell X said and released a statement that not very many people have seen. Quanell X said, "Greetings, brothers and sisters." Let me get his face up on the screen. I want you guys to see his face. Right here. We'll stop right here. That's good enough. "Greetings, brothers and sisters. I pray this post finds you in the best of health. I would take this time to make clear why I decided to step away from Brittany Bowens regarding Malia Davis. My team and I have spent countless hours and days investigating and have spent extensive time talking with Miss Bowens in person and over the phone. I would like to share with you, brothers and sisters, some of the facts of this case and the tragedy and disappearance of young, precious Maleah Davis. From the moment that I got involved in the Malia Davis case, my sole purpose was not to protect any adult in this tragic circumstance. My sole desire was to find out what happened to Malia Davis and where she is. In our investigation and my team, we learned a lot of disturbing facts about this case. Number one, Brittany confessed to me. Brittany Bowens, the mother, confessed to me that she did help cover up physical abuse from the hands of Maleah's stepdad, Darian Vince. Y'all hear that going off because people are donating. Did y'all hear what I just said? Let's read that again. Number one, Brittany Bowens confessed to me that she did help cover up physical abuse from the hands of Maleah's stepdad, Darian Vince. There's more. That was only one. That was only one. There's feedback. I could cut it down a little bit. That was just one, guys. Here's number two. Brittany admitted to me that Darian had beaten Maleah so severely with a belt that she wanted to take her to the emergency room, but Darian, the stepdad, told her that they couldn't because he was not going to take the fall for it, meaning the abuse of Maleah. That's number two. Oh, wait, guys, there's more. Are you ready for the third one? Here's point number three. Brittany Bowens, the mother, while she's got her head down right there, this is the perfect photo. Brittany Bowens admitted to me that the day she left for the airport, she discovered that Darian was sending nude photos of his private parts to another man, and that while she was at the airport, she confronted him with this information. I said to Brittany, how could you leave your daughter with a man that you know has physically abused your child, bathed your daughter without your permission? He bathed your daughter without your permission. He gave your daughter baths without your permission. He secretly brought her home from daycare without your knowledge or permission, and was sending nude photos of himself to another man, and you still let Maleah with Darian go out of town? Her answer made me sick to my stomach. You guys ready for more? Y'all click that thumbs up. There's 2 more points. Click the thumbs up, please. Guys ready for some more? Point number 4. I learned that Brittany Bowens, the mother of Malia Davis, was communicating with Darian through his brother by sending messages to him while he was in jail. I don't think y'all heard me. I'm going to say that again. Let's rewind. Point number 4. I, Quanell X, learned that the mother, Brittany Bowens, was communicating with Darian Vince the stepfather through Darian Vince's brother by sending messages to give him while he was in jail. Guys, is that not an arrestable offense by itself? I say it is. That's an arrestable offense on its own. You ready? That's not even the rest of it. Listen to this. The moment that I asked her a question about what she believed really happened to Maleah, the mother's response was so disturbing that it coincided with what we believe happened to Maleah. I immediately went and met with my investigators at the highest level of this case to share with them everything that I had learned, and it was at that point I decided to step away from the mother, Brittany Bowens. Boom. I told you guys, she had something to do with it. If you guys wonder why all of those black women in Houston decided to bombard her and scream all of these obscenities at her when she was leaving court and she was down there in the parking garage and they were down there cussing her out and talking crazy to her, I want to say shout out to all my sisters who stepped on Brittany's proverbial neck and verbally let her have it for her being a horrible parent and for putting her daughter in this position. I have to actually give my sisters credit finally for stepping up and calling out their own and saying, this is wrong. The mother is guilty. Guilty. And she needs to pay. There was a lot more that I cannot share with you right now. Quanell X's words is, there is a lot more that I cannot share with you right now, but I already have done so with the investigators. Hashtag liar, liar, pants on fire. Somebody put it in the chat. Put some fire emojis in the chat. Let's light this thing up. Quanell X said, there's a lot more that I can't share with you right now, but I've already done so with the investigators because he heard something and he said something. I look forward to future prosecutions in this awful tragedy of young Malia Davis. May peace be with her. Signed, Quanell X, from his official page. I want to know what you guys think about that. Are you surprised? I'm not surprised. Wait a minute. There's just a little bit more. Are you guys ready for a little bit more? Are you guys ready for just a little bit more? Ooh, I don't know if y'all can handle this. I don't know if y'all, I think y'all can handle this, but I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Now, how many of you guys are surprised by that? Am I good at what I do? Yeah, just a little bit. Sorry. Am I back now? I should be back now. I had to open up a web page. Sorry about that. I'm gonna say that again so y'all can hear it. Am I still here? I should still be here. Just refresh. Refresh. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Here's the part that you guys might have missed if you missed it because it was buffering. The father of Malia Davis came out and said that Brittany Bowens was preventing him from seeing Malia Davis before she went missing. How many of you guys are surprised by that? I'm not. So I'm going to repeat it again. Brittany Big Belly Bowens. Can we get that in the chat? I think that's a bit funny. We're going to poke at her just a little bit. Brittany Big Belly Bowens. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to call her. Forget her real name. Let's call her Big Belly Bowens. Can somebody put that in the chat for me? Big Belly Bowens. Let's get a hashtag in the chat. Big Belly Bowens. They've already stopped searching. They have no idea where to look. They have no idea where to look. And it's pointless to look if you don't know where to look. Houston is a huge place. Hashtag Big Belly Bowens. Miss Joy Joy said what I wanted to call her, but I can't call her that. I hate people who abuse children. I can't be nice. Matter of fact, this is the brother. That's Darian Vince's brother right there. This is the man that she was sending messages through to send messages to the man that supposedly murdered her daughter. Right there. Hashtag Big Belly Bowens. Right there. With them fake tears coming out of her face. That fake outrage coming out. All of this stuff is just a freaking facade. It's fake. It's not real. I wish I could show y'all how big this woman is. There's no reason for her to have more stomach than booty. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous for this woman's stomach to hang way down here and have no butt and no boobs. She is a ridiculous woman, and she is shaped in a ridiculous way that human beings should not be shaped. I think that's funny. I laugh at criminals. I make jokes at criminals. I believe Brittany Bowens is a freaking criminal. Let's get this fair use popping, and I'm going to let you guys listen to these news stories for yourself. So let's go ahead and get this fair use popping. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Oh, you guys are gonna want to hear this, man. Y'all click that thumbs up. I want y'all to listen to this. I'm gonna be quiet and play this video. Let's get it. Hashtag Big Body Bowens. What did I call her? Big Belly Bowens, sorry. Big Belly Bowens. Let's get it.
New developments in the Amber Alert and search for a little girl missing for almost a month.
Quanel X has confirmed to Channel 2 he no longer represents Brittany Bowens, the mother of 4-year-old Maleah Davis. Police have been searching for Maleah since she vanished May 3rd. Her stepfather, Darian Vince, claims she was kidnapped. He's in jail now, as police suspect he may be involved in her disappearance. Our Kathy Hernandez is tracking why Quanell X suddenly stopped working with the family. Kathy, good morning.
Well, good morning to you. A memorial sits here right outside the apartment where Maleah lived with her mother and stepfather. As we know, activist Quanell X has been working on the case, and now he says, though, he is pulling out because of inconsistencies in this mother's story. Even as people were calling for charges against Malia Davis's mother, Brittany Bowens, Quanell X stood by her side. He worked with Bowens after the disappearance of her 4-year-old daughter. Now, a new twist in the case. Quanell X is no longer working with Bowens, telling KPRC there are inconsistencies with her story. Bowens' ex-fiancé, Darian Vince, claimed 3 men kidnapped Maleah in early May. At the time, Bowens was allegedly out of state. Now Vince is charged with tampering with evidence, namely a human corpse. Investigators say they found blood linked to Maleah in his apartment. At one point, Bowens said she withheld information from detectives. Quanell X speaking on her behalf.
She told him that she was giving back his ring and that she was not going to marry him. And I believe that caused him to snap in anger against young Maleah.
From behind bars at the Harris County Jail, Vince isn't cooperating with investigators, and there's still no sign of young Malia Davis. We've reached out to Maleah's mother, but have not yet heard back this morning. A $20,000 reward is now being offered for information leading to Maleah. If you know anything, please call Crime Stoppers.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next video. And also, guys, are y'all ready for one more bit of information that I haven't reported yet? Are you guys ready for this? We got 304 people in the building, so I'm going to tell you guys now that y'all are listening. Darian Vince, the boyfriend, the guy that we believe murdered and killed and hid and lied about Malia Davis, his attorney also quit. Oops. Oops. I'm going to say that again. Not only did Brittany Bowens, her representative, Quanell X, quit her because he believes that she was in collusion with Darian Vince, but Darian Vince's attorney quit also. How about them apples? Is anybody surprised? Let's get it.
New tonight, community activist Quanel X tells us he's no longer a spokesperson for Brittany Bowens. Bowens, you might recall, is the mother of Malia Davis, the 4-year-old girl who's been missing since April 30th. Quanell tells us he stopped working with Bowens because he believes she has not been truthful about this case. Now, we should point out Bowens has not been charged in her daughter's disappearance. Her ex-fiance here, Darian Vince, is behind bars, charged with tampering with a corpse. Investigators are telling us they do not believe Malia is alive, but they are still trying to find her body.
I don't know if he's an attorney or not, but he's a representative. He's acting kind of like her attorney. He can do that without actually being an attorney because she technically could represent herself. So that part about it is just kind of small potatoes, but I want y'all to listen to this. Listen to this.
This just into our newsroom, an update on the search for Malia Davis. The lawyer for Darian Vince doesn't want to represent him anymore. The stepfather's attorney has filed a motion to withdraw his services as counsel. He claims Vince hasn't paid him and failed to, quote, comply with terms of the employment. Darian Vince is charged with tampering with the human corpse in connection to the 4-year-old's disappearance. Malia Davis has been missing for about a month.
Let's play that again. Listen again, guys. 313 people in the building. Click that thumbs up. Come on, guys. Everybody click that thumbs up. They have to know what happened to Brittany Bowens and Darian Vince and Malia Davis. Y'all have to know that this mother and boyfriend combo is a deadly thing. Hashtag babies for benefits. Hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. Listen to this again. His attorney quit.
Into our newsroom, an update on the search.
Why did they keep calling him the stepfather? Because he was engaged to her, not actually married. That's why I say he's the boyfriend, not the stepfather. He ain't the stepfather. He's the boyfriend.
Newsroom, an update on the search for Malia Davis. The lawyer for Darian Vince doesn't want to represent him anymore. The stepfather's attorney has filed a motion to withdraw his services as counsel. He claims Vince hasn't paid him and failed to, quote, comply with terms of the employment. Darian Vince is charged with tampering with the human corpse in connection to the 4-year-old's disappearance. Malia Davis has been missing for about a month.
You guys catch that? Let's move on to the next video.
Tonight, Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner is stressing that no one will stop until Malia Davis is found. It's been nearly a month since the 4-year-old was last seen, and she is still on so many minds. Today at City Council, the mayor thanked the volunteers who are continuing to search for little Malia. Her stepdad was arrested in connection with the case and remains in jail tonight for tampering with evidence. But we have just learned that Darian Vince's attorney has withdrawn as his lawyer. We told you last night that community activist Quanell X says he is no longer the spokesperson for Malia's mother, Brittany Bowens, because he doesn't think she is being truthful about the case. There is a $20,000 reward on the table for anyone who can help find Malia.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next video. If you guys have the link to that live, email it to me. I'll pull it up. We got time.
All over Houston refused to give up on Malia Davis. The 4-year-old girl was last seen alive more than 3 weeks ago. Her stepfather is charged with tampering with the corpse, but so far the little girl has not been found.
In an exclusive interview, Houston Police Chief Art Acevedo told us he believes Malia is dead, and he hopes the tips from the public don't dry up.
Yeah, this afternoon, volunteers went back out to search. Jessica Borg live in West Houston with the latest on that. Jess.
Rika, searchers came out here to Patterson Road right near North Eldridge Parkway. They came out here, they called authorities after finding a cell phone on the side of the road here. It's not clear what drew them to this specific location. Now, Tim Miller, the president and founder of Texas EquiSearch, says the volunteers are not part of his group. This afternoon, a spokesman for Harris County Constable 5 says the searchers called precinct deputies about the phone. Deputies responded. They called Houston police, who then collected the phone. Now, a spokesman for HPD tells us that all indications are that the phone is not connected to the Malia Davis case. The attention on the phone and this very area, however, has prompted a new wave of volunteers to come here to try to find any evidence connected to Malia Davis. This is far from where official ground searches were conducted for the little girl in Sugar Land weeks ago. You might recall she was first reported missing by her stepfather, Darian Vence, now charged with tampering with a corpse. There is an unaccounted for time gap between when Vence claims she was abducted by 3 men and when he showed up at a hospital to seek treatment for an alleged injury by the men.
She could be anywhere. She could be a mile from the house or 100 miles. She could be in El Paso within that time frame.
Now, Chief Acevedo told KHOU in an exclusive interview that it is important to keep attention on this case, on the Malia Davis case, and that he hopes tips from the public do not dry up. He also says he believes the child's stepfather, Darian Vence, knows where her body is. The reward for information in this case, the reward that leads to finding little Malia, has been raised to $20,000. We are live in West Houston this afternoon. Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.
Oh, all they're hoping for is a body at this point, man. They're not going to find this little girl.
And it's hard. Everybody all over the world asking about where is Malia.
It's now been nearly 4 weeks since 4-year-old Maleah Davis went missing out of the Houston area. Last night, a group called Parents Against Predators held a vigil for her. They're praying for the suspect in her disappearance to come forward and confess to her whereabouts. That suspect is the girl's mother's ex-fiance. He's been charged with tampering with evidence.
Right. So here's what we have going on, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up like this, because I think that that's a hell of an update. First of all, I have some level of respect for Quanell X for stepping up and realizing that something was wrong. He continued to be around Big Belly Bowens. He continued to be around Big Belly Bowens representing her, and I think that he was willing to listen with an open mind and understand what she was going through, believing that maybe she didn't do anything to her kid or put her kid in this position and that she was being forthcoming. Come to find out that there were quote-unquote inconsistencies in the story, and he believes that there's a lot more going on than what she is reporting. So we're going to go over those things again, and then we're going to wrap up for the people that are listening to this for the first time. Number one, Quanell X said 7 hours ago, Brittany confessed to me that she did help cover up physical abuse from the hands of Malia's stepdad, Darian Vence. Number two, Brittany admitted to me that Darian had beaten Malia so severely with a belt that she had to take her to the emergency room, but Darian, the stepdad, told her that they couldn't because he was not going to take the fall for this, meaning the abuse of Malia. Point number three, Brittany Bowens admitted to me that the day that she left the airport, she discovered that Darian was sending nude photos of his private parts to another man, and that while she was at the airport, she confronted me with this information. I said to Brittany, how could you leave your daughter with a man that you know has physically abused your child, gave your daughter baths without your permission, secretly brought her home from daycare without your knowledge, and was sending nude photos of himself to another man, and you still left Malia with Darian to go out of town? Her answer made me sick to my stomach. Point number 4. I learned that Brittany was communicating with Darian Vince, the boyfriend of her, or the stepdad, whatever you want to call him, was communicating with him while he was in jail by sending messages through his brother. The moment that I asked her a question about what she believed really happened to Maleah, her response was so disturbing that it coincided with what we believe actually happened to Maleah. I immediately went and met with the investigators at the highest level of this case to share with them everything that I had learned, and it was at that point I decided to step away. That's Quanell X's words. I respect that, and I thank him for coming out and speaking out and keeping us updated as far as what's going on. I don't know him personally, but I definitely respect the fact that he's just trying to help this baby, because we need to advocate for children first, because these children cannot speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves, and it doesn't matter what the actual, we need to protect the parents. No, the protection needs to come to the children first. The parents can fend for themselves, and the parents need to do right by these kids, and they're not. And I'm telling you guys, we believe that that photo is right there of Darian Vince carrying out the body of Malia Davis in a trash bag, in a laundry basket, in order to go discard that baby's body. We believe that this baby is no longer with us on this earth. We believe that she is dead by the hands of that fool, Darian Vince. And we believe that the mother knows all of this and what happened. She knows what happened. In my opinion, because she lied and because she keeps giving different accounts and because she's communicating with this man in secret while he's in jail by passing messages through his brother, to me, that is an arrestable offense. Houston police, do not make me come down there and raise a stink and ask questions as to why you guys have not charged Big Belly Bowens. Because I will do it. I'll stay out there all week or all month, or whatever I need to do. But somebody in the police force needs to bring charges against this woman. Y'all act like y'all care about this kid and y'all want to find this kid. Well, the person that has that information is this fool right here and Big Belly Bowens. Those two people. But yet you only have one of them in custody. Now, why is that? There's no reason why this person that we call a mother, because she don't act like a mother, she's a female that reproduced and made a baby that she didn't care about and only had that baby for the benefits that she can collect from that baby. And we find out that she was not allowing the birth father to see his daughter, but yet you let this thug dude be around all these kids. This is the dynamic that we continue to talk about, and we're going to harp about until it changes, and we're going to continue to call out criminals. Don't ask me to look at other people's community until we start saving the children in our own community. Oh, crap. I just might get flagged. I'm going to say it again. Don't ask me or email me or text me or leave a comment to me and ask me, DJ Just Jay, to do stories about non-white communities and care about their children and what's going on with their community if we're not going to even step up and care at the highest degree about our own children. Did you catch what I just said? If you don't like it, you know what you can do. This is your boy DJ Just Jay. I'm signing out just like that. I believe that these two have murdered this girl, and I believe that we need to bring them to justice, and I don't want to have to wait 5 or 10 years for us to get Brittany Bowens, Big Belly Bowens, and Darian Vince to do life sentences in jail for the murder of innocent, poor Malia Davis. This baby girl could have been anything. She was, I have a feeling that she was going to be better than her mom, and maybe her mom did it because her mom was jealous. Maybe she did it because she was mad at the father, but the father, the actual biological father, seemed like to be a good dude, and I hate to see that the story ended like this. If anybody out there in Houston or Sugar Land knows anything about this story, I ask you guys to step up and say something, Okay? If you guys know anything, you can contact me, but I'm going to tell you if I find out any information that's pertinent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just like Quanell X did, and I'm going to talk to the investigators and tell them what I know. Because if I see it, I'm going to say something.